War Eagle, War Eagle, War Eagle, everyone. Welcome to the halftime recap. We're recapping the first half. I am C Dub, joined by Mike G, who has an interesting look for an interesting first half of what we saw uh, of A Day. So, Mike G, let's get to it. We don't have a lot of time. What are your thoughts, sir? What are your
Nah,
initial thoughts?
run blocking still looks like an issue, but this is not the offensive line that we're going to see in the fall. So
Right.
it's I think that's provided some interesting opportunities for us on offense. As far as wide receiver play is concerned, Shed looks sure-handed.
Yeah.
Shed looks sure-handed. Malcolm Johnson looks like a guy who's going to be able to be depended on. Travaris Dawson looks like a guy who can make some plays. Got to make that catch there on a downfield throw. That's an absolutely unacceptable drop in the fall.
Absolutely.
And cannot drop that pass. And then quarterback play, I'm mixed. I'm mixed on what I saw from both quarterbacks. So I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. As far as Finley is concerned, I, I struggle say I don't want to say it's the same as what we saw last year, but like some good, some bad.
Yeah.
He had some great throws out there. Again, the throw to Dawson was a throw that he misses last fall. In the last 3 games, he misses that throw to Dawson. He overthrows that. He put it on the money. Got to catch that ball. Got to make a play for your quarterback. On some of the other plays, there was one completion to Shanker where it would have definitely been a sack. I think they
Mhm.
let the play go, but it would have been a sack. I'm not too down on that. I mean, listen, quarterbacks are going to take sacks from time to time. Everybody just needs to get adjusted to that idea. A guy taking a sack is not always a bad thing. Um, yeah, I know people tend to favor mobile quarterbacks. Being mobile is not a requisite for being a successful quarterback. He's just got to make good decisions with the football. The worst throw of the half for Finley was the one over the middle that should have been picked, flat out dropped. There's no excuse for making that throw. So against in our first 2 games of the season, I mean, a quarterback in his third year. Now I've given TJ a pass on a lot of things because of the time, but in the fall, that's a throw you can't make. You cannot, without any pressure, sail a throw over the middle like that. You just
Right.
can't. You can't
Right.
do that. Caesar, you can't do that.
Right.
So he's got time. He's got time to work on that. But I see room for work in his game. Robbie Ashford has wheels. He can move. And he made some plays out there. He showed quite a bit. I felt like they ran the ball. I've got to go back and look the tape. I feel like they ran the ball a lot more with Robbie in the game.
They did.
Uh, but he showed that he can bail you out when pass protection breaks down. He made a throw to Capers over the middle. Capers bailed him out. The
Yeah.
throw was behind. It was hot and behind. But on the bright side, I love that Capers made the adjustment and made that catch. We need our receivers. Everybody's always so down on who's going to catch the ball, who's going to catch the ball. I saw a lot of guys who can make plays in the fall out there at tight end and wide receiver.
Right.
So, some less than perfect throws that got caught.
Yeah.
Now, the young guy Dawson, that was the most egregious drop, I think, of that first half.
For sure.
But I saw bright spots. It's a spring game. I saw good things and bad things, and a lot that needs to be worked on. And I'll tell you what, based on what we've seen just in this first half, some people may not like this statement. I think Zach Calzada is firmly still in this quarterback race, based on what I saw in the first half.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just my thought.
Uh yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree. I think the biggest compliment that I've gotten this spring about TJ Finley has a lot to do with kind of like what we saw today. Finley looks like he understands the offense.
He does.
He understands where he needs to go. Like he's making checks at the line. Um, so those are the things that Harsin is looking for in his quarterback. He looks like a leader, but again, the issue and the concern that Harsin has made. His when it's time to make a play, TJ needs to make a play. And some of the reasons for my sentiments being mixed is that there were plays he made, there were some plays he shouldn't have made, right? And so you said it, you pointed out the biggest one, selling the ball over the middle of the field in a 2-minute offense.
Can't do that.
You can't do that. And because we understand how critical it is to go into halftime with momentum or not giving the other team momentum, right? So those are plays that you cannot make. And all of that is him planting his feet, stepping into his throws, and not selling it off of his back foot.
Yeah, that's mechanics, right?
Right.
Now you're a third-year quarterback. Everybody feels like I give TJ too many passes. That's one thing I'm going to give him a pass on. Third-year quarterback standing in the pocket with no pressure, sailing a ball over the middle of the field.
Right.
You sail that ball on the sideline, literally anywhere but over the middle of the field, and with no pressure. That again, they talked about it. It's about him shifting his weight, leaning back on that back foot, and just sitting on it, and not getting around and not transferring the weight to your front foot and stepping into the throw. You just can't do that. And now from the defensive perspective, you got to pick that off too.
Right.
Yeah, you have to pick that off. We need to talk about that end of it, but that's got to be an interception in the fall.
Yeah, Marquise Gilbert has to make that play. He has to make that play. There was another play that could have been an easy pick six where he made a bad read or a bad decision to go to the ball, and the guy was sitting in the zone, and he batted the ball down, but in a game, that's a pick.
Yeah.
So outside of those throws, again, you mentioned Tavares Dawson dropping what would have been an easy touchdown. He walks into the end zone if he catches that ball, right? Yeah. So even with your quarterback, your receivers have to help your quarterback out when he gets you the ball. That's an easy play you got to make there.
Yeah. Definitely. Zach is saying, not to make excuses, but the wind is wild down there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about how that's affecting what's going on there. I still think that I don't think the wind had anything to do with that ball he sailed over the middle. Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looked like that wasn't anywhere near a receiver. So you just do better. I saw some progress though. I saw progress from TJ in his game.
For sure.
He does look like it looks like he's got a handle on the offense. He knows where guys are supposed to be. It's just a matter of executing at this point. One thing I think is funny about Robbie, he's got kind of a wind up to his throwing motion.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell he's a baseball player. He's got a little bit of a wind up to his throwing motion, but he's got a cannon. And I wonder if they'll work with him on that. I wonder if he'll do work to that this fall. So, or between now and fall.
Right. How did you feel about his first drive against the first team defense? I thought they moved the ball fairly well against the first team defense on the first drive.
Yeah, the short throws, the underrated throws, the ones that the receivers that have come on this show, like Ben Obamanu and Devin Aroma should do, have told us that like these throw and catches are not as easy as they look. And he made some really good touch throws in the short game, I thought. Put the ball in a spot where the receiver can catch the ball and make a play. Sometimes those throws are just as important as the down the field throws. They get overlooked a lot in these discussions because because it's not the flashy down the field throw. Guys overlook how many times did we see our last quarterback mess those throws up? And a guy gets tackled in the backfield or the ball's almost uncatchable. So I thought that he did a decent job with those throws as well too. Sometimes when you're taking your checkdowns, just giving your athletes a chance to make a play on short passes is very important as well too. So definitely something to keep an eye on here. I wonder, based on what we've seen, how much more we see of these guys how many more, if we see 2 more drives from each of them. It felt like the first drive ate a lot of clock.
It did. It did. It did.
Right. It was moving fast. So I still want to get a chance to see Garrett go out there and sling the ball around.
That's a big part of our offense. We're going to eat clock with this offense. So, well, it looks like they're coming back, guys. We will definitely talk more in depth about what we've seen.
Can
a little
we get
bit more to
super chats? Did we get some
go
super
ahead?
Chats? Yeah.
Go ahead and grab them real quick.
Jazzy says Ashford is like Bo. I don't know, Jazzy. We might have to talk about that.
No,
offline.
what he meant, he came back and explained it. And I mean, he's like both, and he's quick to run. He's more accurate while running.
Yeah, looking to see. We'll see what he looks like in the second half here.
You got it.
Yeah, Bridget says Finley looking like Johnny Football out there.
He made a good decisive play on that last drive when he stepped up in the pocket, took off and ran.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But yeah, they're about to get started, guys. We definitely want y'all to see all of this. We'll give our thoughts as we see the second half. It's a running clock, so we'll be back a lot much sooner after the second half. But we will see you guys then. Enjoy the second half, y'all.
War Eagle.